it means is that I cannot be with a man who is perhaps not financially stable there. I officially admitted it online. Hello everybody and welcome to another video. I don't think I have ever greeted a new vlog looking like this, but we're always keeping it real on this channel. So today's the day. Look at this. You guys probably remember that the last time we left off, I was at the airport. Like I slept 4 hours last night after the after party of the Gucci Cruise Show 2025. Flew to Poland, Warsaw, where we just arrived, and I'm so happy to be back here. You guys know, if you followed my last trip, that I really loved it here. Unfortunately, I will be staying again very short amount of time, only 1 day, but I'm just so happy to be here. However, we need to sort this situation, what's on my head. So last night when I got home late, I realized I don't have any tools to kind of fix my hair when I wash it, like not even a brush. Look, I still have the Gucci show pass, as you can see. I'm going straight to a hair salon, but before we go, I just wanted to show you this most gorgeous hotel room. This is so beautiful. Here are some of the details upon arrival. Okay, this is much better light. Look at the architecture. I'm really liking. First of all, I love the floor. The pavements are beautiful. As you can imagine, we are here for a very exciting event, which I will tell you a little bit about later as soon as I look more presentable. But just wanted to give you a little tour. We're staying at the Raffles Hotel in case you're coming to Poland. I think this is such a beautiful place. This bed, after sleeping only 4 hours last night, you can imagine how much I can't wait to go to bed. And then the bathroom's over here. I'm gonna show you my outfit in a bit, but I mean this hair, honestly. So without further ado, you know what? I could get a taxi to the hair salon, but I want to go for a walk. I think I'm just gonna put my Loro Piana hat. I haven't even unpacked anything. We've just arrived, and I'm gonna a little bit unpack my Margot so I can bring her with me. I bought the shampoo at the airport because I wasn't sure if I'm gonna have an appointment at the hair salon, but we made it. I got this from Ksenia. Not just this, when she went to Harvard, she got me a Harvard hoodie in my favorite burgundy color and a Harvard diary I'm so excited about. What I don't need are my passport, all of these extra microphones. I'm not wearing any makeup, so the look is just, it's not really giving, but the outfit is cute. I'll try to show it to you. Okay, now this is better. So I've got the Gucci loafers with a bit of a platform, Kate leather jeans. I got a black thin sleeveless turtleneck and Kate cashmere knit with the raw blazer and the raw Margot and this Loro Piana hat. And of course, my favorite Phoebe Philo sunglasses. I just can't wait to feel like all beautiful and fresh and to like remove all the gel. Like even like I don't really recognize my hair because I never have so much product in my hair. There's such a cute little coffee shop just across the hotel. And guys, my hotel is next to the Hermes boutique, and I just think it's like nice to visit different kind of Hermes boutiques when you're in different cities. I think Warsaw is such a beautiful city, and it's so beautiful. I love the architecture, I love the history. As you guys know, I already said that last time I was here, but I'll show you a little bit. Already, you will see my outfit very soon, but first things first, we just made it to this National Gallery of Art in Warsaw to have a little look before the dinner tonight. This was just next to the hotel, so no excuse not to go. We had a little like half an hour tour of the museum. You know, I think it's quite nice to visit as much as possible and to have like those kind of quick tours, like nice tours, so that you don't lose interest in seeing different things and you can still see beautiful things around the world and more of them. But sometimes though, when it comes to Italy, it's just nice to have like those 3-hour tours as well. Anyway, I thought I'd show you also another piece of art, which is my Magda Butrym dress. You've seen it already in one of the videos. I love this one. It's a short version, one with like big hips kind of dress, so like sculptural. I'm wearing the Saint Laurent blazer. This is my Mini Kelly and the Magda Butrym heels with this beautiful white rose at the back. Hopefully you can see it. I never actually told you why we're in Warsaw, did I? Well, I'll tell you now. It's very, very exciting. Magda Butrym is opening her first boutique, like worldwide, in her hometown, here. And that's why we're in Poland, again, for Magda. Again, how many times am I gonna say it? Magda made me do it, so let's go. Okay guys, we just made it to the dinner location. Inside it's beautiful, we're gonna show you in a second. Here you can see the dress a little bit better. I don't know if you have seen it before, and also my shoes. I love them, love them, love them. I love these white roses at the back, so beautiful. And then I will show you, of course, as always, the venue inside. And I'm so excited for Magda and opening of her store in Warsaw. Can't wait to see it. Good morning, guys! We are still in Warsaw, as you can clearly see, and today we're gonna go and check out Magda Butrym's boutique, the first boutique in the world. I'm so excited. I need to check it out. I cannot even imagine, but I think, because she's like very strong, obviously, on roses and on this whole like Slavic spirit, which I love. Romantic, a little bit like sensual mood. I'm really excited to see how the boutique is gonna be. This morning I actually had breakfast with Magda, and she's literally the most inspiring, most beautiful, interesting person. You know, like when you speak to someone, I had to leave because I had a call at 11 and I just didn't want her to stop talking because she's so interesting. Right now I'm wearing this top. I bought this like, I think a month ago. These jeans, you guys know, are very, very old. I've had them since forever. Got my Alaya mules, very man repelling, and I'm gonna have a blazer as well, but right after the boutique we're gonna head to the airport, so I have to have also some stuff for the plane journey. Now let's close the suitcases and let's go. Okay guys, we made it. I mean, first of all, the building that the boutique is in, first thing that you have to understand, it's like, it's not in like, we're not in a shopping area, it's like a very specific kind of boutique. Does that make sense? It has like a feeling of a home to me. It's very like private, but so luxurious. So we're gonna give you a little tour. Obviously you can see that the interior design is so beautiful. This is the main room that we're at right now. Let's have a little look at the pieces. I'm just looking at the pieces that I don't have, which I know it's surprising, but there are some. This dress I'm really liking. Let me show it to you. It's like kind of off shoulders, but a bit ruched and white and perfect for like summer in Capri. So many classic, gorgeous pieces. Like this leather jacket, it's really like the fashion girl leather jacket. So the dress that I wore last night, the black one, it also comes in white with like roses, which are one of Magda's signature. Someone wore this last night and I really liked it. Oh, I have this suit actually. You guys saw it in one of my previous vlogs. And this shirt I also have. It's so like dainty. Hold on, I saw something I really like. Oh, I really love it. It's like a perfect also bridal suit. Some accessories here, which we love. Look at the flats, so pretty, with like a pearly anklet, which you can actually remove, I believe. Also, of course, I love this coat. You don't even have to ask. And then over here, I saw some sunglasses that I really like. Love them. One thing for sure that we need to discuss is the architecture of this room. It has like more of like a Slavic influence. For example, can you see that thing over there? Like something that my grandparents have in their house. It's something that most of the houses or the places I grew up in had, and it's like the heating. It's a heater, basically. That it's very, very, very like a symbol for me of growing up in Serbia. This is really like epic. We have something really extra. Mother of pearl. And then I saw one dress yesterday, I think it's this one. I love this dress. Do we think I need this dress for the summer? Okay, I love this, like the entrance, like sculpture of Gino Bogoni. And then, we are at the end, like try-on part. Wait. This color, obsessed with this color. I really, really, really love it. And at the end, we're here in the like sort of like a wrapping area. I have to say, I really love this bag. It's very cute. So obviously you guys know I love these shoes. I wore something like this last night from a previous collection. Beautiful. Okay, I think I'm ready to try on some pieces. Okay guys, I've tried this dress on that I don't know why I didn't get in the first place, but it's so beautiful, so cute, like off the shoulder ruched. Also with these shoes that are kind of like nude with a rose. I love this whole look. I will link everything I can find below so you guys can check it out. I just think it's so cute. But I have one more dress that I want to try. Guys, this is the second dress I really wanted to try. I love this so much. It's so beautiful. It's kind of like, I have a similar dress like this. I wonder if this is supposed to be open because it's like flowers. You can kind of spruce it up a bit, you know? What do we think? What look is better? Which look should I go home with? Welcome back home. I just love saying that, don't I? It's kind of like very soothing for me to be back in for a day or two in rainy Milan. And to be very honest with you guys, I'm very happy it's rainy because I don't feel inclined, not even a tiny little bit, to go out, even if I have some errands to run. I'm kind of trying to wrap up some of like the admin stuff that I have to do today. And also to kind of talk to you guys about a few little things. So first thing of this morning was that I had a carpenter coming in to install 2 additional shelves into my flat shoe area of the wardrobe. Does that make sense? And I'm gonna bring you there right now to show it to you. But keep in mind, it's not finished yet. Keep in mind, it's a little bit messy over here because we just got back from Warsaw, so there was a lot of unpacking. There's my tripod and the new dress that I got from Magda Butrym. I think you know by now which one I got. And now over here, you can see some updates. Okay, so basically, long story short, when we did this, I kind of like designed exactly the amount of space that I needed for like hanging parts, for the shelf parts, for the like hidden storage part. In all honesty, I had a completely different idea of how I wanted things to be. So the idea was that I have like the top part, which is like hidden storage for like suitcases, for example, when we're traveling, which actually in the end I'm not even keeping in my wardrobe. I wasn't sure if I wanted it to go all the way up the wardrobe or not. Like we have this like kind of like beautiful part close to the ceiling which you never actually can see, but I didn't want that covered up with a wardrobe, etc, etc, etc. I just knew that like for me priority was to have like nice storage for shoes, bags and accessories. So I have my drawers for sunglasses, for belts, for like, you know, accessories and things like that. And I knew that apparently wardrobes are like kitchens. I wouldn't know because I never actually did a custom-made kitchen, but my mom's told me this. You kind of know what you want, but then when you start working around, you only understand how some things are not practical or are practical. I realized when I started using the wardrobe that I actually needed a lot more flat shoe space, and that they wanted to make the wardrobe kind of pre-symmetric, like in terms of shelves. But then I realized that yes, that's pretty, but it's not really functional because I don't need the same amount of height space for high heels as I do for flats. Clearly, and also that some of the bag shelves needed kind of changing because some of the bags are taller, whereas others are shorter, etc. Recently, I wanted to put in like few more shelves for the flat shoe area, especially now that we're coming in sandal season. And as you can imagine, I'd like to put my orans and sandals, and I actually realized that not even half of my sandals, like my triper sandals, etc., are not even here in this wardrobe. So I need way more space than I thought. But I also need to leave some higher shelves for like sneakers, ankle boots, platform heels. I have some of them on the top of this side of the wardrobe. Loafers, they will take more space than orans will. But anyway, this morning when the carpenter left, our interior designer said, you know what, check how you go, try organize the space, and then see if actually you need more shelves. Here we are, and let me show it to you. So at the very, very top, I keep like tall boots, and then I have a little section for ankle boots, and then I have another here shelf that clearly I was placing some of the platforms, but obviously there's also room for improvement. And then I could actually implement another shelf in here. as you can see, because that is basically what I've done here. And now I can so clearly and nicely, these are not color organized yet. I still have to do quite a bit of work over here, but honestly, it's just like I have so many things on my priority list that this is just not quite there. Now I'm really, really loving how the flat shoe section is looking. The only thing that bothers me is that the shelves will never really be symmetric. I don't know if you can see that, but that was the initial idea, which I don't think was very, very functional. It's so funny because when the carpenter came, he said the other option would be to get rid of some of these shoes. Yeah, my main thing is that I don't want shelves to be too narrow or like too short so that I don't really see what's in there. You know what I mean? But obviously there's the LED on the sides and that kind of helps as well a little bit. This wardrobe is a constant work in progress. And today when I told Filippo like what we've done and I was like, you know, I still have to figure out what works, what doesn't work. He told me, baby, we can also rip out this wardrobe and I can just build you a whole new one exactly how you want it, but I don't want that. I said, no, it's okay. He's just like, I want you to be happy. And that's when I realized I miss him even more than I thought I miss him. Now I haven't seen Filippo, I think for 5 days, or has it been more? Not really sure, but he's been in Doha and Paris while I was in Warsaw and London. So like probably like 5 days. Yeah, it's hitting now. Talking about wardrobe, I actually have a few pieces of clothing in my wardrobe that I'd like to show you. One of them is this dress from COS. I just love COS. I love shopping on COS. They have great pieces. And I have this gorgeous dress from Christopher Esber. I'd like to show them both to you. Now, this dress also has this kind of detailing. Over here we have 2 more pairs of trousers, I believe, from COS that I'm also going to show you. When it comes to my travel schedule, it's like this, like today's kind of organizational day, like unpacking, sorting packages out, deliveries, lots of things to do before the next trip. Tomorrow is a shooting day for us and the day after is the next travel day for the Cannes Film Festival. After that I have 3 more cruise show situations left. You know, I'm just trying to stay on top of things by giving myself some time to rest, because I think like time to rest is as important as being like productive and working and creating, because on these days that I can actually just, I say resting, but technically I'm just staying at home and I'm organizing stuff and I'm getting like my thoughts in a stream of like normal process, because now I'm not sure this is a good thing, but I have so many thoughts and ideas in my head all the time, so much that I almost kind of can't hear myself think, because there's just so much going on in my head. There's so many voices there. I officially admitted it online. I think Cannes will be absolutely crazy. Yeah, I'm really excited actually, because I thought it was going to be very intense, and it is quite intense in terms of travel, but it's also quite, I personally think, enjoyable. One thing that's very important to me, that like every morning when I'm like brushing my teeth, I'm showering, I'm like doing all of that stuff, like moisturizing, I hype myself up. I play some loud music and I'm telling myself how much I love to do what I do, how blessed I am. And these kind of things really help me get in good mood and productive mood. And I also feel that if I'm constantly just rolling without a break, like a day like today, I kind of then put myself on like an autopilot and I'm just doing things, but I'm not doing them to the standard that I'm used to do them. So that's not going to be happening this month, because I've organized everything perfectly. I don't know if I've actually shown you this. Look how beautiful is this packaging. I think you've seen it when we were in Warsaw. This is the dress I ended up coming home with from the new Magda Butrym's boutique in Warsaw, so I'm gonna hang it in my wardrobe. I got a size 36. It's a little bit, it's like a crochet dress. It's like tiny little bit, I wouldn't say see-through because it's not really see-through, but like a tiny little bit, like, can you see what I mean? You can see a little bit of like maybe nude underwear, but like it's not really a thing, if you ask me. And it's just so well fitted and so beautiful. If I can find it, I will definitely link it below for you guys, but you've seen how it's fitted on, and it's just so beautiful. Another dress that I got so many questions for is the one that I wore to the event and to the museum. And it's the one that someone told me I look like I had a BBL, but no, it's the dress, you see. So it has these paddings, it's like a body, so if you bend or if you whatever, like you're all safe, it's a body underneath. I have one more whole box of things that I need to unpack, and it's an order that I've made quite a while ago, so I don't even remember what's inside, because I ordered it a while ago, it arrived, and then I didn't have time in between my trips to open it, and then I went to London and then Warsaw, and now I'm back, and now I'm like, okay, I need to go and open it, because if there's something I need to send back, Now is the time, right? I got an order over here from a Luisaviaroma website where I love to shop. First of all, some of these items might be quite reduced. They always have like an amazing offers, and I was browsing it again today because it was like, you know, I was checking out some stuff. I was actually checking out because a friend of mine asked me if these loafers are in stock anywhere. I will check them out, and she needed a size 35 and they had them available on Luisaviaroma. So I actually was checking them out, the other stuff that I got over there. Anyway, what did I get? Start from the first thing, which I think will be very useful for me this summer. And it's this like stretchy, strappy Kate top. Now it's like a sweetheart neck, as you can see. It looks so tiny. Look how tiny it looks. But it's very stretchy. Can you see it? Like a ribbed material, just like most of the Kate tops. I got a size extra small, which I believe will be fine. And this is like a perfect piece to wear under a black blazer, or when styling pieces together, or even under a white shirt with like jeans, with skirts, with like whatever, you know what I mean? It's like a perfect layering piece. And I'm gonna try it on later in a second. Actually, I'm gonna try it on with these jeans that I've been trying to get so hard, but as soon as they would land, they would like sell out. It was like mission impossible to find anything, and they are the raw ripped jeans. Now, I'm not really into the ripped jeans anymore. However, I was really intrigued about these jeans. Like, they were selling out so fast. People were saying they're like so good, so cool. So I kind of will style these two together. Now, these trousers that I got next, I didn't really realize they have this print on them. They are these beautiful paper bag summer Loro Piana pants. It has this quite like thick string around the paper bag part, which makes them quite like high-waisted and flattering. Wide leg, but not too wide, like kind of straight wide leg. And what I didn't realize on the website is that they have some sort of like very light shimmery thread going through. It's quite nice. So we'll see how these look on. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, ooh, this is one of the brands that I've just discovered lately. It's really cute. I am gonna try this one on. It's like a silver, grayish, silverish silk maxi dress for a very good price point, because these can be like thousands of pounds, but like this is not. I love the maxi silk dresses. I think they're so easy to style, so nice to pack for a vacation. I also got kind of midi bronze colored skirt, size small. This is like with an elastic waistband, and what I really like about this one is the color. The color is kind of warm, bronzy, goldy type of shade, which would go really well with like a pair of Vans and a white t-shirt. Then some accessories. Let me show you some accessories. Something I really wanted, and I already got a similar one before, but I decided that this one is more perfect. It's a very long savette clutch. It's kind of like, look at this. I'm very much into these long clutches, long bags, not like this, more like that, okay? And this one I think is pure perfection. How does it open? I think this is so beautiful, so perfect. It's kind of a taupe color, I would say, but it will go with this. This is like beige, the raw dress that I'm wearing, and it would go really well. I think this is so chic. 100% keeping this because I really love it. Wow, I have more. I think like I got a lot. I did really well, if I'm honest. Another one that I think is really cute. This, I don't know if it's a top or it's a mini dress. We're gonna find out later when I try them on. And it has this kind of minimal aesthetic again, with like one strap and one thin strap and one thick one. And at the back it has like these open details, and it's just like short and cute and lovely. And I love pieces like this. I have a pair of trousers in color black, which is definitely not what I need. So, I mean, I don't understand myself even sometimes. I don't think you can see it like this, so you guys are gonna have to wait and see how it looks like on. Ferragamo is becoming really one of my favorite brands. And actually, that's what I noticed on Luisaviaroma. A lot of the Ferragamo pieces are on 20 to 40% off, which I think is amazing, because I am gonna take advantage of that, because their pieces are just so good, like from the accessories, shoes and bags, right? But also like tops and dresses. Ferragamo is also my favorite, I think, fashion show of the last Milan Fashion Week. Are you ready for what I'm about to say? This was my favorite collection of everything that I've seen so far. And that's a very, very bold, major statement, I think. And even then, I think I have mentioned these gorgeous platform. This looks sort of like, I was gonna say initially tortoise shell, but it's not. It's like, it looks like horn or a shell or something really special. And then in the front, it has all these pearls that are going like on top of the foot. It's a sandal. It's like a brown color leather, has an F zip at the back. I don't know if you can see that. And I just think these are gorgeous. And now I have more shoe space. So I think this is a no-brainer, right? And the last piece, as I was taking it out, I realized that maybe it's a little bit thicker than I intended. It's a skirt from the row, but it's wool skirt. And I'm just not sure this will be vibing with me for this season. But we're gonna figure it out, okay? I'm gonna go try everything now together with you guys, and then we're gonna decide what's the best. Before we proceed, I just wanted to let you know that all the items that I'm showing you, every single one, will be linked in the description box below. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's start with the total look that you can see over here. So I'm wearing the row trousers that I've told you about. I got a size 2, which technically would be like a UK 6, but I don't think so because I'm a UK 8. However, I could have gotten a size up because I'm not sure they're supposed to be fitted. You know what I mean? So I'm keeping this tag on somewhere, wherever it is, because I might have to exchange them if they're still in stock. The extra small cage top, to be honest, is perfectly fine. I have a tag to get out in a sec, because I think this is great. I'm gonna style it as well better, and I'll come closer. And this bag, I think is, I don't know, I think it's one of the most beautiful bags. I'm definitely keeping this one. And honestly, I wasn't really into getting a new bag for a while now, but there, we remove this. Oopsie. If you wear this bag, it's like, if you know, you know what I mean? It's one of those bags that just says, she knows what she's doing, because this is really cool. Like, maybe the only downside is that it doesn't have a top handle, like a shoulder handle, but I think actually that is a plus, because you have to wear it like this or like this, which I think is so cool and so fabulous, and I'm really in love. I think this like brand in general makes so many gorgeous brands, so I'll link the whole landing page for this brand, and also the price point is really, really great. I think I'll wear it a lot, and I think, dare I say it, I think this bag will be the new L19. I already have an L19. Let me compare them. You see what I mean? There is that, like, okay, so the civet is this much longer that you can see at the back. They both have this top handle. Obviously, this one comes also with a shoulder strap. I think this is a really nice bag. Like, I wore it last summer, but then I haven't worn it, guys. I haven't worn it for a while because I couldn't find it anywhere. And then Filippo forgot his vanity bag in a hotel in Rome. Don't ask. So I needed to give him a vanity bag for his current trip. I was searching for a vanity bag, and I understood that our housekeeper put this Loro Piana bag where I keep vanity bags, like the beauty bags, you know, because she thought that this is a beauty pouch, which in all honesty, she is not wrong. It does look like one. I think this one is a little bit boxier, as you can see also on the sides, and I really love it. So that's the look, okay? Let's proceed. But I think I'm gonna remove this because I think I'm keeping these trousers on. I have a pair of trousers in color black, which is definitely not what I need. I realized why I got them when I put them on, and I think I'm gonna keep them. So, I mean, I don't understand myself even sometimes. I think that these trousers are really cool, and if I remember well, the price was really good. And why I think they're great, they're not too long. I like to be honest, okay? I bought this with my own money, so I like to tell you how it is. The only downside is no buckets, but they're so cool. I think I need these trousers, you guys. Like, with flat shoes, these look fabulous. Look, with this top that I'm already wearing, I think it's a really, really, really cool look. I'll open it so you guys can see it as well. I think it's really beautiful. These are the trousers, and the design is really, really cool. This is the wool skirt that I showed you last, and that needs to be kind of low waist, I think. I need to iron it still to kind of try and understand. But guys, the shoes, these shoes are insane. I'm gonna cut the tag off immediately. How gorgeous. Okay, I'm obsessed with the shoes. And the skirt, what do we think about the skirt? Should we try style it a little bit more? Hold on. I wanted to do a small little styling lesson session with you guys. So first jacket that I brought is this cropped black. This is one of my favorite blazers. Actually, Filippo says I wear this blazer all the time. Every time we go to Nobu, I somehow manage to grab it and he's like, you wear this jacket every time because it's my favorite jacket. So with this kind of narrow silhouette at the bottom, wide shoulders don't work. I look so boxy, so wide on the top. This jacket works really well with baggy jeans, with trousers, with relaxed kind of stuff. But this jacket, which is longer, slimmer fit, actually same color as the skirt, works perfect. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Maybe even with my new Savette bag, if I'm honest, I think this is quite a nice look. I love this kind of vibe. This is a Saint Laurent blazer that I've had now since forever. I haven't really shown you the shoes properly. Hold on. I think this is my size. The shoes are here. As you guys can see, close-ups, brown at the back, like stone-like details in the front. There's that beautiful wedge. I think they're very glamorous. Quite a thin brown strap in front. They are sort of a minimalist shoe with a lot of detailing. So not really minimalist, but yes, you know what I mean? They're not like with crystals. They are in neutral colors, but still a little extra. Heads up, this needs to be ironed. I love the skirt in combination with my new bag. I'm still wearing the Ferragamo shoes because I just thought like that's a nice match. I don't know about this t-shirt. Maybe it's like too baggy, so when it gets tucked in, it kind of shows a little bit. Got a size small, but I'm starting to think it's a little bit big. Should it be tighter or should it be lower? You know what I mean? Maybe it should be lower. Yeah. Also, this skirt was a really good price. So I'm trying to discover these new brands that I feel like are still good quality and cute pieces. So you guys can also discover something new and not only like see what everybody else is buying. Are we doing any good job at that? Let me know. I shouldn't really be showing you this next one without ironing it first, but I'm not sure the size is right and I don't want to obviously iron a piece. Now, the straps are fully adjustable. It's so creased, you can't see it. I love the length. It's perfection for summer holidays. Perfection. Like I could go for dinner in Capri in Paolino in this dress with my gris semaine orange in alligator. So beautiful, alligator lisé. But it's just that I'm not sure the size is right. The price of this dress was so good. The color is perfect. Am I a silver or a gold girly? What do you guys think? It's size small. Maybe I'm a medium. I don't know. Am I a medium? I'll link this below because I think you need to check this brand out. Very short dress, but this one can be worn kind of to different styles or ways, should I say. A short, asymmetric, back detailing. I can still like release it a little bit to put it lower because it's kind of like that type of dress. There's like a strap here. It's really like, as you can see, beautiful dainty piece. And I can wear it just with like a pair of Orange, a straw bag, a hat, sunglasses, done. But this could be the other option, kind of like a cool girl short black dress with a leather jacket, oversized blazer, or any kind of oversized jacket. I'm wearing my favorite Miu Miu burgundy shoes. Like, I'm so happy I bought these shoes, you guys. I had them in beige, okay? Then I was at the Dubai Mall and they had, in my size, last pair in my favorite color. And my card kept getting declined because my bank thought like, oh, I was in a new country. And then I stayed in the shop for an hour. In the end, I could pay by link, but I couldn't pay with my card because my account was blocked for 24 hours. So this girl can overcome any situation that tries to stop her from spending money. Great. I didn't even style these trousers. I ran to show them to you because I know why I couldn't wait to get them ever since they were in pre-order. Sorry if I'm looking here, but I just love them so much. But they're so well fitted, which brings us back to why Loro Piana is so successful. Like, look at this paperback moment. Look at this, so beautiful. They're like very light, kind of a perfect alternative for my gala pant from the row moment. What do you guys think? Of course, you know what I'm gonna ask you. What was your favorite piece from this whole haul? I styled it, by the way, with this Spring/Summer 23 top from Hermes. I really love this haul. I think I've done something a little bit different than usually. I think I got just really inspired ever since I did a closet clear out, which is an ongoing process anyway, clearly. I'm super excited because it stopped raining. Tomorrow's gonna be a nicer day. And I'm excited for that because that means I will be able to do my job properly. But besides that, I'm getting hungry. I'm home alone. And I was thinking, it's okay, I'll order sushi. It's fine. Then I thought that's a bit like, I'm gonna make a pizza. And I really do make a really good pizza. So I'm having a Netflix and margherita pizza night, which I'm very happy about. It's a new day. Today, my favorite person in the world is coming back home and I cannot wait because I want to have some quality time with him this evening. I want to actually finish all the packing and everything that we're doing. So this morning, actually, I met up relatively early with the team. We had coffees, we made a plan, and we were shooting projects all day long. So now it's like 4:30, I would say. We finished like the shoot for the day. I still have to pack for the trip tomorrow, and I have to finish this vlog so that you guys have something over there. But I wanted to answer a few of the things that you asked me and show you a few of the beauty products that I've recently discovered. First thing that I wanted to answer to you guys is OMG. How many comments, DMs, emails, you almost came knocking to my house door telling me to not stop the unboxings. I've never received more passionate feedback about anything in my life, I think. But majority of you are saying like, please, the only way for us to understand what are the new things on the market and what like are you getting and buying is to continue with the unboxings. And the other thing that a lot of you have said that even though you're not necessarily buying an item at a high price range, you still want to see the unboxing and see it involved in kind of a vlog type of a video. So something, I guess, alongside of a video of this type. And wow, like I think there were like hundreds of comments. People were sending me long emails about why they really enjoyed the unboxings. Like I said, there were obviously DMs on Instagram. Even when I asked you guys to ask me some questions, people were writing, please tell us that you will not stop with the unboxing. So I guess we have come to some sort of conclusion. You guys don't want me to stop with the unboxings. I always try to do what majority wants, and for me it's not the fact that, yes, I feel like I'm changing a lot. I don't think it would be normal to not change. I feel like I'm evolving, I'm growing, but it's not the fact that I don't like to do them. It's just the fact that I feel like, is it also boring for you guys? So I think what I'm gonna do is just evolve the way that I'm doing that type of content. Also because I like to think that I'm quite a creative person and I like to do things differently than a lot of people. So, you know, when I did I think one of my first Hermes unboxings, that was not like a popular topic on internet. And now it's like a very popular topic on the internet. You know what I mean? So I'm also changing completely the position in my life from me as a person, as Tamara, like where I was, who I was to who I am now. I'm getting married. I am doing so many different, really, really big, important things in my personal life that are kind of like changing me as a person as well, that I simply cannot stay the same. You know how when people sometimes say like, oh, you've changed, and they mean it as a bad thing. I'm always thinking like, to change surely is a good thing because you don't want to stay the same forever, right? So, you know, there are like things that definitely are changing, but since you guys love it that much, I will not take it out of this channel completely, of course. I have a few other questions that I thought were interesting that you guys asked me that I would like to answer. And one of them I think is quite interesting is, do you think that relationships with older men work better? No, I do not think that relationships with older men work better, because I actually had a relationship also with a younger guy than me many years ago, and that worked really well. However, in between, I always dated guys that were exactly my age, and then somehow, I wouldn't say that that really didn't work or anything like that, but it wasn't like the best. And then when I met Filippo, like something just clicked. I don't know if it's, I don't think it's just the age, you know what I mean? It's a lot of different things, and I think the age itself is not enough of an indicator to say that works better. But for me as a person that really likes protective men who are big support, like very attentive and kind, and treat you like you're the center of their world, that's something that I personally like and enjoy as a woman, to put me into my feminine energy, because I am already very strong, and if I'm not with a man that is already stronger, no matter of the age, it's not working. And I'll tell you one thing, that when I dated a younger man, like a 4-year younger man than me, that worked really well because he was such a like accomplished guy, and he really put me into my feminine energy by like super taking care of me, always looking after me, making sure that like, you know, like if I'm going somewhere that I know how I'm getting home, that I'm safe, that I'm fine, all of that good stuff, which is now exactly how Filippo treats me. He takes such an incredible care of me. I'm a very independent woman. I don't need taking care of. I'm very financially stable. I'm very mentally stable. I am very like confident and strong. So I don't really need anything from a man. However, I cannot be with a man who isn't all of those things. So the age doesn't matter. What it means is that I cannot be with a man who is perhaps not financially stable or mentally stable or confident, because it would cause a lot of disbalance in our relationship, and because of that I would pay in the end, in every possible way actually, not just metaphorically speaking. So there's a question asking me what kind of goals or wishes would I like to achieve by the end of the year. And I'll have to tell you that I think that's a very intimate question. And I'll tell you why. I believe that talking about your goals or wishes, and I'm advising this to all of you, okay? I think that's something you should only really share with your very closest people. And even with the closest people, you should really like pick and choose who you share them with. I do think it's important to write down your goals and to kind of like have them there, maybe to have one accountability partner. But I think that it's better to not really share with too many people your goals and wishes. Maybe it's like the Balkan mindset and superstition and evil eye and whatnot, but I prefer to keep my goals for myself, and I think it's a very intimate thing. Someone's asking me if I've ever had upper blepharoplasty. I think like this is a very common misconception about my eyes. So I'll come very close to the camera, hopefully you guys can see it. So this is my regular state. As you can see, I have like a bit of, I think not hooded eyes, I think I have normal eyes. However, most of the time when I'm looking at the camera or posing or taking pictures, this is my face. Hold on. I lift my eyebrows. So the difference is this, resting face, and this. And it opens my eye and the lid. And I can be two different persons. And this is one thing that I've said so many times on this channel, and people are like, oh my God, she had a surgery. I can really transform my face, you guys. You don't understand. Like, I literally can transform the way I look, and it's always been like that. Ever since I was like 16, I remember, this is really lol, someone scouted me in my hometown in Novi Sad for a photo shoot. I thought it was a scam, and they told me, you know what, you're not really a model like built, right? I'm not like skinny or whatever, or that type of body, but I can transform my face so that I can look so many different types as one person. And I have like really this power of like moving my face a lot, even my ears. Am I doing it? I don't even know, but I definitely can move my ears. Hold on. I feel like every time I'm showing you one ear, the other ear is moving back. Move both of my ears. I have a lot of talents that are useless. Next question is, did you ever not feel welcome in a different country from where you origin? And in all honesty, like, of course I could have felt not welcome, especially because few times I was told that like, you know, you're not from here, or like, I even remember, I think I told you the story, when I moved to England, I was texting like my first friend that I ever made. And in the end of every message, I was writing kisses, because that's what we do in Serbia. We write like ljubim te at the end of a message, right? This was before the emojis even, like I was texting it on like SMS, you know? She told me like, you're so funny. That's not what people write. Kisses is so weird. You just write like XX. And there were so many cultural differences, even like pronunciation of like certain words that people would mock, but especially like people who only speak ever one language, or not even one, I mean like one language, but yet they would mock my accent, you know what I mean? Even like sort of like colleagues or friends from the industry would mock the way I speak, even though they only speak one language and I speak like a few. There's an eyelash in my eye. However, because I always was quite a confident person, it never made me feel not welcome. I always knew why am I there and what am I there for, and I knew what my background was and where I came from. So in the end, that was something that really helped me long term, I would say. Okay, last question, because this is like a topic that I really like and enjoy, and I think it's quite sort of thing that I would like to involve more in my channel. because personal growth, I think, is very important, and I want you all, people that I love and people that take the time to watch my channel, I want you guys to be better versions of yourself. So someone's saying how to be a better version from your point of view, courses, books, etc. I personally don't think that there's like a course you can watch and it will help you become a better version, or a book you can read and it will help you be a better version, or a YouTube video you can watch and it will help you become a better version. But you need to do the work yourself after you have consumed, of course, the right content. You should search for inspiration in books and courses and videos. But the tools, you need to find yourself. And let me tell you something. I've been working with people for many years and very often also hiring teams, right? I started, I think like my first hire was, I think in 2015 or 2016, right? When I hired someone to become a part of my team. And I'll tell you one thing, I learned so much about people in these like 8 to 9 years of working with people, and that is that very often people can consume like courses or educational tools, but they do not actually learn anything out of them. And that brings me back to school. You know, when teachers say like it's not enough that you know the topic, you also need to really understand it so that you can apply it to your work. So let's say that is today I'm teaching an employee how to edit a video, right? And I give them a video and I show them this is where you cut, this is where you crop, this is where you put a sound, and they learn how to use the app, right? They understand how to edit. But then I send them the video and they can't actually make it into a video. That's, I just made this example, by the way. I don't really teach people how to edit videos. Anyway, the point is that you need to first sit with yourself and understand in which direction you want to go. You should start from the end goal, and you say to yourself, I want to open a business next year. I want to be selling t-shirts. But you don't know where to start. You don't know how to become this better version. You don't know. We're talking about business now only. I will come back to personal growth later. And you say, okay, I want to open a t-shirt business and I want it to be the best t-shirt business. And I want to have a store, an online store or a physical store. And I want to be collaborating with influencers or with celebrities or whatever you want. You write it all down and then you say, okay, how do I do it? For the first step, you break it down in many steps. I need to open a commercial business. I need to find an accountant. I need to find a property somewhere in town. And then from each of those steps, you search for a relevant course. And by trying to achieve a bigger goal, you will in the process already get so educated on so many different topics. So, you know, I never planned on knowing everything about taxes. That was not my goal. But now I'm pretty much of an expert because for the past 10 years, I have been running a business. I know a lot about contracts and a lot about laws and a lot about currencies and investments. And honestly, all I wanted to do is be a fashion blogger. But in the process, I had to learn all the other things, which made me grow and know more things. When it comes to personal growth as a person, very important. You want to be a better friend, you want to be a better sister, a better daughter. There are a lot of things you can do. So again, you start by saying, I want to call my parents more often, or I want to be there for them more, or I want to buy them a property, or I want to get angry less or get less impatient. And then you can start by searching relevant courses. And I think that by searching relevant courses yourself, instead of me just handing them, right, you will actually find a sea of topics and like resources, and you will learn how to research, which is extremely important skill to have. A good researcher or a bad researcher, you might be wondering what's the difference. And the difference is that a good researcher can find the answers that they are searching for in an hour. And the bad researcher takes 8 hours or 8 days to find the answer to the same question or doesn't even find them. You need to know where to look. And this is so crazy to me because in the 4th year of university, we had one exam on where to find answers. So like, for example, a Spanish patient comes to the pharmacy asking for a medicine that doesn't exist in England. Where will you find the answer to what medicine are they after? And then, I don't know, the answer is Martindale. It's a book that basically has all the international medicine names, like brand names that, for example, even if they're not sold in England, they will be under that name in Spain or under a different name in Serbia. Sometimes, like my friends in Serbia would say to me, like, I take this medicine, but I need to check what actual generic medicine it is because it's called completely differently where I was trained. So the point is that you need to know where to find the information. That is a whole other skill that we often overlook, how important it is understanding what you need. I would love to offer you more of what I think. I think like I have been on a very big journey of trying to become like a better person and a more knowledgeable person, and I think like I've tried to invest a lot of time and money in my inside and in my outside, clearly. And it's something that I'm very passionate about, and it's something that I would like to share with you guys as well throughout this channel journey. So if it's something specific that you would like me to talk about, I would absolutely be happy to do so. But right now, I'm gonna love you and leave you because you guys know that I have to go pack as I want to finish everything up before Filippo comes. I wish you all a beautiful week ahead, and yeah, keep your eyes peeled on my Instagram because I think I'll have something really exciting to share, or like a lot of exciting things to share. Probably is already there now that you're watching this video. Love you lots. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.